Hey folks, here you can see the hairgrass is really swaying in the current. And you have the Anubias coffeeifolia behind it. Seems to be doing pretty well. You have some brand new leaves coming up there. Those are those spikes, those off-colored ones. This is where I trimmed the storage iron a few weeks back. It's starting to come back. It might be hard for you to see, but it's better than it was. And this is what it looked like before I trimmed it. Behind there you can see my Anubias petite path that follows all along, and that spreads to the back. And you can see the Hydro Araguaia behind it, in amongst all those hundreds of cardinals. There's one of the male Apisto Cacatoles. Really nice fish. You can see my ET mountain is gravity is finally starting to take hold and uprooting it, so it's time to trim it anyway, so it'll work out well. This is the hairgrass vellum that Tom sent me. As you can see, as we get up close, you can see some runners here in the front in the gravel, and there's a few others here and there. But it definitely is growing in. It's a really nice plant, I have to say. I like the color, but I like the other hairgrass, the taller one I have better right now. But we'll see. I like them both a lot. Here I put some HC up in the tree. See how that will do. What's the matter, kitty? Really? Yeah. Here you can see some of the needle, like the Java needle leaf and the narrow. Some of it is really, really long. I have to, see if I can get over to the side here. But you can see here, this one is really swaying, but you can see that it's quite long. I would say it's a good 12 inches or more. It's starting to really sprout well from the middle. There's some more coffeeifolia. You can never have too much of it. And you can see a new leaf coming up and the difference in the color. And here's a couple more you can see over here. You really notice the difference. And here is my Downoy that I got from Tom. I was able to pinch a couple of daughter plants off and put them in. Hopefully they're starting to take. You can see that each larger crown has one or more smaller plants coming out of it. See, this one has a nice one there and one in the back and on the side. You can see 3 more catfish hiding in there, and off they go. Here you can see, right, there's 1 or 2 daughters in there, and there's one back there, and there's a couple here on this plant, a few here. My cat looking for more attention. This is Sam, by the way. He's my big boy. Sorry about that. Here we can start to see the Anubias petite that I planted along this back row here. I'm going to back out and try and pan so you can see that it goes all the way down to the end of the tank. I want this to fill in. And it's doing so, a little bit slowly, but that's okay. That's the whole idea of using Anubias and ferns and things like that. So this is certainly better than it was a few weeks ago. You can see new leaves sprouting here and there. And the color looks good. There's another one of my male Cacatoles. They're really nice fish. Here's some more of the petite, a lot more. And then you can see I have it coming up through the wood. and then it's eventually going to reach the middle piece, and then it goes around the front as well. And here you see some nice moss. Some more petite underneath that. More petite, more petite, more petite. So you can see there's an awful lot of it. Coffeefolia. There's the petite in the tree. There's the Hydra Araguaia behind it, and underneath it, all around it. Here is my dwarf Bolbitis. I say dwarf, though these are maybe 6 inches, 5 to 6 inches at the longest that I've gotten so far. And this is with some pretty strong current, as you can well see. The thing is really pushing pretty hard. As you can see, the MP40 is right there. So that's why Bolbitis in general tend to do well in high flow areas, and this seems to be no exception. And here's the Java Trident. It also seems to appreciate the flow. Here is my Pennywort. I think this is the Hydrocotyle Japan. Here's a whole bunch of ET that floated up, and I'll toss later or give away. Here's a bunch more that floated up by the sump. Come around to the corner here. You can hear how loud the overflow is. And you can see here where what you have to do periodically with the sump and these teeth and the overflow is you want to clean any leaves or dirt or anything. I'm just going to put this here to the side for right now. You can see how much, well, you can hear how much it really picked up the flow. My little temperature gauge. Here's some more Coffeefolia. As I said, never have too much. The beginning of the petite. I built a nice little, some moss. A couple of the pistos like it in there. You see some more new growth all in amongst the coffee. Then you see back there, there's some Java Windelove right underneath the Bolbitis. Here you see my hairgrass. It's doing really well. It's really, really pretty, I have to say. I like it. And that's about it. I'll see if I can get some fish in here for you. You can see that even, they're not schooling single file, but they're in a pretty large pack. There's a few stragglers here and there, but for the most part, they tend to stick around. Especially when I'm doing this, because they figure they're going to get fed soon, which probably isn't a bad assumption on their part. And that's about it. Here's a type of a moss that I have. I'm not really sure. I can't ID it. I haven't been able to find anything yet, that says CO2 is on, lights are on, and you can see the surface ripple from the one outlet over there, enhanced by the MP40. I used to have more ripple, but I cut it down a little bit over the last couple of days, or the last week actually. For instance, this outlet used to point up more like this. See, so I had all of that as well, but it was spending a lot of CO2, so I point it now down so it's more in tank. Sorry about that, I keep forgetting I'm holding the camera while I'm talking with my hands. And that's about it. Oh, here's the two of the males displaying to each other. Oh, and here comes the third one into the picture. Let's see if I can pan out. You can see all three. There goes 1, 2. There's the third one right there. Comes the other. bottoms. Oh, here's the female. Oh, and two of the female. There's one. There's another one right there. You see her burying her. See, she's displaying back to that male right there. See, you see her behind him? He's doing his best to impress her. She doesn't seem interested though. And here's one of the other females. You can see the size difference between the males and the females. There's a female with an hermano to the left of her. And you see the male again. Shot of a male here. Looks like that ET used to cover a lot of that spot, so he's probably wondering what happened to all his plant cover, but he does tend to live over here in the storage iron as well. Some ET floating by.